Kiribati, Tuvalu, the Maldives, the Marshall Islands, and Nauru. These equator-bordering islands are gorgeous at a glance, but something like this would be more realistic. Hello, we are the British Institute of Technology and Climate Health, and today we will be taking a look at how the melting ice sheets are affecting countries around the world.
In Tuvalu, we are living the realities of climate change, sea level rise, as you stand watching me today at COP26. We cannot wait for speeches when the sea is rising around us all the time. Climate mobility must come to the forefront. We must take bold, alternative action today to secure tomorrow. Tuvalu Modertua.
That was Simon Coffey talking about how global warming has been negatively affecting the country of Tuvalu. Global warming, also known as climate change, is the reason for these ice sheets melting in the Arctic due to the amounts of CO2 in the atmosphere. This CO2, or carbon dioxide, heats up the Earth's surface gradually over a span of hundreds of years. Greenland and Antarctica cover 99% of the world's ice, and as the heat increases, this ice melts, causing those sea levels to rise exponentially. Many small islands rest near the equator, and because of the rising sea levels, they're finding themselves flooded. So, how did this all happen? Bloody hell, not China and America, not again, you guys always are the ones who... As you may tell, our organization is extremely British, so we decided to interview an American to get their perspective and insight about what America has been doing to worsen the state of the world.
Hello, Mr. Cena. It is an honor to interview you today. First, I wanted to ask what made you decide to do this interview. When we first reached out to people throughout the United States, you were eager to come speak with us. Why is that?
Hello. Yes, no, it's an honor for me to be here, honestly. I've been really interested in, climate health and that kind of stuff ever since I was a kid. My mom took me to the Arctic once, and we saw a glacier fall. And honestly, it was traumatizing for me. Everyone around me was laughing and giggling, and I was like, do you not understand the environmental and social effects this will have on the economy? Also, I just am really... I really love your organization. I love the work you guys do. Like I said, I have that trauma from when I was a kid, and honestly, I just believe that these poor islands, they need to be helped. They need to be saved because, they're going underwater. Imagine if that happened to America, land of the free, America.
I appreciate you saying all those nice things about our organization, Mr. Cena. I really do. Our next question is, what have you seen throughout American history that you believe contributed to climate change?
The British had their own industrial revolution, but, America's industrial revolution is really what set off these, insane CO2 emissions. Even though China has recently surpassed America with the most CO2 emissions, recently, America over the course of history has contributed so much in the atmosphere. We burn fossil fuels like crazy, man. We're always driving them cars. We also use it for electricity. The United States accounts for 27% of all CO2 emissions around the world. Do you know how many countries there are? That is an insane percentage. America is such an insanely large country in size, population, other things as well. We use a lot of resources, and Americans seem to not care very much about, where they go, what they harm, what they do, as long as it benefits us. Of course, Trump backing out of the Paris Agreement is not helped, us at all, because the Paris Agreement had a set plan of how to, reduce CO2 emissions, and Trump said, nope, I'm done with that. And you know what? Personally, as a famous wrestler, I cannot get behind that. The earth is important, and so are its people.
Beautiful answer. I completely agree. What action do you believe the United States should take to reverse these actions or help, mend them?
I believe Biden took the right step in rejoining the Paris Climate Agreement, but that is not enough. Because what this agreement does is say that you will, reduce the levels of CO2 emissions. But how exactly are you going to do that? I believe the United States should be held accountable for what they have done. The United States is big and powerful and rich, so they often do not have to face any repercussions for the actions that they do. These countries like Tuvalu, Nauru, Kiribati, they deserve better. The fact that America is the leading, the leading people causing the CO2 emissions to rise from burning all these fossil fuels, they just don't care. And I believe that's unacceptable, and I believe that we need something more than the Paris Agreement. We need something that will actually force these countries, especially America and China as well, to take accountability for what they have done.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Sina. I really, really appreciate it. Last question though. Where's your sweatshirt from? I don't recognize it. Wolf softball.
Oh, you like my sweatshirt? Yeah. It's actually from the Justice softball team. I don't know if you know Justice, it's kind of underground. But they have tryouts on Monday, yeah. I don't play softball, but I'm really involved. Like, I really care about the melting ice sheets and softball, so yeah. That's just a little fun fact.
Thank you again so much for coming out today. I know it's really hard to leave, your wrestling life and come here, for this interview, but I really appreciate you being involved in this cause and caring. So thank you, Mr. Sina. Have a great day.
Thank you so much for this interview. It's been amazing. Like, I could talk about this stuff all day because I believe America needs to be held accountable for what they have done. Thank you.